There I am. Hello, everybody. Can you guys see and hear me pretty well? I hope so. I'm looking at the monitor and it says that you guys can hear me. Let me change one setting here. And I am just a wee bit early. Just a wee bit. Yes, thank you so much. Happy Sassy Tuesday, y'all. You know, I am your girl, Sassy. I am glad to be here, yet, though I'm not feeling my very best. As you can see, the sewing machine is off. I got some things to go over with you guys. Nothing bad, nothing bad. Just want to give you guys a little update on what has been happening the last several weeks. So before I do that, I want to say hello today. Hi, honey. Thank you so much for moderating tonight. I see Adana Bogart. Thank you so much for coming. Elizabeth, thank you so much for coming and telling me that you can see and hear me pretty well. I see Jill is in the house. Hey, Jill. And Jackie. Hello, Jackie. Guys, this has been the month. Okay, it has been the month. Let me not move my head too much. Let me explain that first because that's why I'm not sewing on tonight. I have told you guys once before that I was having problems with my neck. Um, I'm having problems with my neck. I'm having big problems with my neck because I can't hold it down in this position to sew. Like I'm just looking down mainly with my eyes and moving my neck very little. But once I laugh and I'm talking and stuff like that, I do move my neck and it hurts. To move it to the right, to the left, all of that kind of good stuff. It hurts, not aches, it hurts. Okay. So I am in a little bit of pain. I am under doctor's care. This is week 2, so I get to let her know that the meds that she was hoping that would work is not working, you know? And so we go from there. It's, I'm trying not to, I'm hoping not to have to, but I will if need be, as I had stated once before, cut my hair because my hair is really heavy to hold it. Like, cause like right now, the pain is like, of course, it's like I said, it's in the back of my neck. So when I have to pull it up or pull it back, it is, of course, is at the back of my neck, and it's putting on extra weight. I feel it all in my shoulders and all that kind of crazy stuff. But that's neither here nor there. Um, I don't. I already know that I have degeneration from the top of my neck all the way down to my tailbone, and I don't know if it is the that is worsening because of the weight. We shall see. We shall see. And I would definitely keep you guys posted on that. Hello, Andrea. Thank you so much for coming. And so it Joy T and Donna is in the house. Hey girl. Guys, I haven't been able to the last couple of weeks. I feel like I have been a horrible friend because and I'm not gonna say I ghosted everyone from the 8th of this month, every every single day, my husband and I, have had something to do, which led me not to be able to come down in the studio much. Outside of that one day, I attempted to make the smiley face and I didn't like it, that live. And when I came to talk to you guys about the cross stitch, other than that, I have not been able to be down here in my studio. Yeah, I have been just that busy. I did not know that leading up to graduation day, it would have just been all the hoopla. Okay. It was a lot. It was a lot. She had a lot of practices to attend. Um, we had other things going on. It was just so much. And you also know with Mother's Day, it's a very hard time for me anyway because of the loss of my two children. So it was just a lot. It was just a lot. My mom is doing well. They will start well, not reconstruction, construction on in June. That was the earliest they can come. Everyone is quite booked up. So she will hopefully get some piece of having her home come back to her come January. Other than that, my mom has been a rock. Oh my gosh. If you ever want to see somebody go through tragedy, I'm not saying that the house it was tragic, a tragedy, even when she lost her son in the way that my brother had passed away. Seeing her go through something so bad, when you want to see somebody go through something with grace, please get in contact with me and I will let you get in contact with my mother. She is a beast. Do you hear me? She is amazing. She's amazing. So I have learned so much from her. And then talking to her when things were not going well in my head. She was right there. I'm sorry, Benson. You know what time it is for Benson. Here you go, babe. Take it nicely, please. Thank you. So that was that. Let's see who's all in the chat. Yeah, yes, guys, thank you so much. But it is what it is. I will get better. It's just I don't know if it is a lot of I don't know. At first we thought it was my anxiety and all that kind of stuff because that stuff plays with you, especially my PTSD. It can show up anywhere within my body. It'll affect anywhere in my body. Hello, Amy. Thank you so much. For coming in. She said she had to get rid of a lots of her hair due to the weight of it. Yeah, it gets so heavy. And I didn't know locks got this heavy. And wait a minute now, please know that my sister is locked. My brother, two of my brothers are locked. And they had long, big, beautiful locks. And I wanted to be in that number. I wanted to be with one of them. But my one brother did cut his off because he was like the maintenance of it. And I think he also mentioned it was getting heavy too. But yeah, it's just getting much. It's getting a little too much. But I don't know. Um Donna said, please tell her that one of the chickens didn't hurt me or we're gonna have cluck cluck stew. No. Okay, stop talking about me and my health because it is what it is. Um the chickens, you guys already know we got rid of Leo. I don't know. I refuse to check his status with them to see how he's doing. But my girls were like shocked at first, and then they had to establish a pecking order. So a couple of them must didn't fall in line right, because Mary is the head hen. I'm just gonna let you guys know that now. She is the head hen, and a couple of them are missing a couple of feathers up around their ear because she had to, grab a hold of them and let them know that who's the boss. So the coop is now calm again. My broody girls that were broody are no longer broody. So all my babies are now back laying eggs. I am getting between 6 to 8 eggs now again a day. Thank goodness. But in the warmer, when it's like in the heat of when the heat is up really, really high, they tend to lay a little bit less. Going into the cooler months, it'll start to pick up again. So I am glad that I don't have any broody mamas anymore, and the peace has been restored. Butt feathers are starting to come back in. Mocha, unfortunately, she was the one. I'm gonna take a picture of her. And I'm gonna have it ready for you guys next week. Now, you know what? If you're part of Sassy's tribe, I definitely will post it there. I just gotta remember me saying that. Let me write that down. Picture of Mocha, um, because she look a hot mess. Okay, her butt feathers are gone. She got a couple of them back there. Leo took off her feathers off her neck, and when they were trying, and then when I had her in the infirmary, she had rubbed off all the feathers on her front of her chest, like the front of her neck. So she looked a hot mess, but you can't tell her she ain't cute. You can't tell her baby she ain't cute, and she's still just as friendly as she want to be. So yeah, they're still doing the chickens. They're still doing the chickens. The rabbits, however, we did successfully move them out of my house. They are in a shed. We did get a shed for them. Eventually, the chickens will be in there with them as well. But they almost died a couple days ago, and that was because we've been having threats of on and off storms, and then we'll get thundering and a lightning, and then a couple drops of rain, and that's it. Well, we had closed the windows to the sheds because we didn't want the rain to come flying through the windows and getting them wet. Well, in doing so, we closed the windows, and we had went to church the next day, and we were like, "Oh snap!" When we got home, I was like, "Dang on, it's hot in the shed," and it was like 94, 96 degrees in there, and they were struggling. But they were not like soaking wet because we did have a fan on in there, but it was not blowing at them. It was just like blowing on the floor, which was doing them no good. And that scared the crap out of me. We fixed that. We put the fan up high, have it blowing directly on them. It's still a little warm in there. We will be getting the exhaust system. And we were working in there. And when I tell you that heat was getting to me in there, and when I tell you that as you can see, your girl has gotten a lot darker because I don't do well in the heat. I'm not supposed to be out in the heat in the first place because it exacerbates my condition, making me a lot dizzier and fainting more. I have not had a hydration appointment in a minute, and that's because I was still hoping that the VA would reconsider and start back paying. They haven't. But now that it's getting warm again, I am in the need of hydration. But I have been drinking a lot more water. We have been a lot more active. My husband and I were walking. Today we went exercising for the first time because I needed to get a lot off of my mind. And I'm hoping that when I was um, when I will say I'm exercising, please know I'm not doing anything strenuous, okay? Because you already know I can't move my neck. So I was walking on a treadmill, and hoping that we can get some things done, fill my body. And then I worked on it was just a leg day. It was just a leg day because of my neck situation. So, Joy T, I don't know if you read, please PM Donna. Hey Danielle. Hey Lisa. Hi Sassy and everyone. Glad I got a chance to lurk. Not a problem. We just sitting here talking. I just wanted to catch you guys up on several things. Thank you guys so much. I do appreciate it because the girl is going through some things. And one thing I need to tell you guys about in a few minutes. I'm going to try my best to do it without tears. Okay, she's talking to Danielle. Andrea says, I lost one of my mama rabbits because of this heat wave. The rest are doing fine, though. I mist them down several times a day and make sure they have plenty of water to drink. And Andrea, what I had done, which I found, I think that they kind of enjoy, is I take some of their water and I rub their ears with it, like the inside of their ears. They seem to like when I do that. I don't know why. And I have been giving them ice cubes with blueberries in it, like the first like four, 'cause it's only two of them. I give them like four ice cubes, and I have the blueberries in it. And then the next set of ice cubes that I keep giving them like 2 or 3 times out during the day, those just regular ice cubes just to let them cool themselves. So I'm hoping that they're liking it. Every time I go out there, everything is gone, but they are not drinking out of the water ditch, which is really, really weird. And I'm wondering if because that water tend to get a little bit warm because it's in a plastic container, but in the ceramics container, it keeps it a little bit cooler. I'm not sure. So yeah, it is hot today, 104 in Phoenix. Good gracious, Jackie. No, 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 no. Says, do you think a neck collar will help some? I don't know. My husband even mentioned that to me today, and I hadn't gotten one. So we shall see. Um, I have a physical therapy, well, massage therapy appointment tomorrow at the physical therapist because the doctor wanted, she said that my shoulders were extremely tight and she needed that to be relieved. She was hoping that that would help some. So we shall see. Guys, y'all know my mother-in-law come and see me. Well, not just me. Come visit us every day. Um, pray for that little old lady, okay? I love her to pieces. She was in 2 car accidents within the last, like, well, last 2 months. Okay, so one accident a month, and I'm like, Ma, what the what? They were minor. One of them was in a drive-through at Wendy's. She says the lady backed into her, but I don't know a reason why you will be going backwards in a driveway in the in a drive-through. Don't know why, but in her mind, that's what happened. And then the other one, we were on our way to drop Cam off to get her nails done for graduation, and my husband looked up and he said, "Dang on it, Mama was in an accident." And I'm like, "What?" He's like, Mama was in an accident. And I'm like, I'm thinking she was on the phone, but he was pointing up, ahead. And I was like, oh my gosh. So we turned around to make sure she was okay. Then I ended up leaving my husband in the street when the police came. So I can go take Cam to get her nails done. I needed her to be there early so she can hurry up and get up out of there. So pray for her, okay? Just pray for the little old lady. Um, and from all the stress of that I've been under, your girl has been picking up her weight, and that can't happen. I need to get this weight back off of me and continue on my journey of losing weight. So that was one of the biggest pushes that I had while I am come heck or high water. We're working out. We are working out. Amy said that muscle tightness in your shoulders can tighten up the neck and create lots of pain and stiffness, especially the muscles congealed together like mine. Most heat helps a ton. Yes. Um, I have been using, like, I have a heating pad when I'm not using that because, I don't like to fall asleep with those on me or on period. I will use like a rice bag that I've been putting on it, and those oh, what is those things called? You stick it on you. Those heat things. That, and I also been using ice because I was hoping that, did I pull a muscle? But it would be odd to have pulled the muscle on both sides of my neck. So the last thing I want to quickly talk to you guys about is I have told you guys before, and I know that this is going to be nothing It's nothing about quilting, okay? This talk is just telling you guys where I've been and what I've been going through. And because your girl is like, messed up at this moment, okay? She's messed up at this moment. As you already know, we adopted our children. Not all of our children, just our two girls. And one of our girls did pass away in 2015. I knew the day would come that um, Cam will want to know her biological people. Well, that day has come. Well, what happened was prior to this, her senior year, she was talking to her friend and he reminded her that, oh, you're going to be 18. That means you can go find your biological people. I requested to her that let's do this after graduation because I did not want any drama in my house, especially not during the school year. And definitely, I just didn't want any drama in my house, okay? Point blank, period, being 1,000% honest. She understood that and she said she felt like she really wasn't ready either. And I'm like, okay. So after graduation, I knew that conversation was going to come up again, but I wanted to be the one to bring it up. I needed to rip the band-aid off. What you don't understand is for ever since we've gotten them, she was 5 when we got her, I've been dreading this day. I wanted to be selfish. They've already known that they were adopted. So it was not like I was trying to keep a secret from them. But I know what they've been through according to all the reports and stuff like that. And I just really, honestly, I wanted them to forget them, period. But who am I kidding? Who am I kidding? I knew this day was going to come. So I ripped the band-aid off and we talked. My husband and I talked with her. And I was stronger talking to her than I thought I would be. It scared me. It literally scared me. And I've been, not in her presence, of course, but not even in my husband's presence, been boohooing ever since because this has been such an emotional roller coaster for me. So, just so happened, ever since the death of Jordan, her mother would contact me every so often, wanting to know how Cam was doing, how, she doing in school, what is she up to, all those kind of things. And I tried to be cordial with her. I didn't have anything, just don't come to me any kind of way and don't come to me lying like that, that kind of attitude. And she has been kind of respectful of those things. Well, prior to graduation, she contacted me. I'm talking literally 2 days before graduation. She contacted me and wanted to know if she could watch the graduation some kind of way or let her know the day after, Cam graduated if I felt more comfortable doing it that way. I was like, I'm going to let her see the graduation. Just don't come up because it's a ticketed event. Your butt will be left out in the cold. You would have drove all this way for nothing, okay? So I gave her the link and then all of a sudden I didn't hear anything. And I was like, what? Didn't think anything of it. I had a daughter that was about to graduate and my baby looked good, okay? Looked good. Then on Memorial Day, she texted me and I told her we had to talk with Cam, and if and when she wanted to talk to her, give me your number and send me some pictures so I can share with Cameron. Then she, lets me know that Cam's dad had a stroke. He's currently in ICU. He is not doing well, much damage to his brain. They took him off. He is breathing on his own, and today they said it was more devastating news that the other side of the brain seems to be affected now from the stroke. I don't know if he had another one. I don't know. I didn't get into the business. Only thing I said, I will add him to our prayer list. So I'm telling you all of this because he does need prayer. Please pray for him. I would love for him, of course, to do well. So eventually, if that day ever comes where Cam want to actually physically meet them, he will be around to do so. Then my daughter came and told me to silence. I was scrolling on my phone with my phone like this, scrolling, and she comes, lowers it, and tell me to put mine on mute. I'm like, who the heck? Her mom. Well, no, her biological mom was on the phone, and she's talking. And when I tell you she was going 1,000 words a minute, and I was praying, I said, please let that be true anxiety. Because if it's not, I know the situation. My daughter has a very wicked sense of humor sometimes, and she picked it up like I prayed that she would. And she was rambling and rambling and rambling. I don't cuss. It didn't bother her none to cuss, you know. I try to be the good example because who I am is who I am. And if you were a cusser, I'm not going to stop you from cussing. Not at all. Do I want to be around it all the time? No, I don't, because I used to be a cusser and those words are still there and probably slip out if you make me mad the wrong way. But I don't live like that. I don't live like that. And closer and closer to the end of this conversation, I can tell that she has not changed. So I am emotionally struggling. So that's where I am. Hey, Ann and Roxanne. I am emotionally struggling because at first didn't like the fact that I had to share her now, you know? But Cam said something to me the other day that blew me away. She was like, it'll be nice to get to know them. But one thing I do know, God had me here for a reason. I wasn't expecting that. Not at all. I was not expecting that. And I know it's true, but I wasn't expecting it from my 18-year-old to tell me that. And then her mom kept referring as to her as if she was 16. And I'm like, Cam is 18. Whatever, whatever. So, yeah, it's just been a lot these last couple of days, and then especially on today. So, that's where I am. And there was a couple other things I can't share just at this moment, but I will be. But just know they had your girl just crazy in the head. But I'm okay now. We are our new creation. The old has passed away. Yes, yes. Sewing is a great therapy. It is, Roxanne, but unfortunately, with my neck right now, I can't sew. I am praying for healing, wisdom, and strength for you. The unknown causes so much anxiety. Keep the faith. Absolutely. And hello, Janice. Um, absolutely. And that has been the one thing that has been a constant. It is my faith. Benson, if you don't go somewhere, you're not getting another treat. You already had it. Both of them. That has been a constant. And another, this right here, what I'm going to tell you, it has been the best thing in a very, very, very long time. I have been able to go since the pandemic. I have been doing a lot of streaming, meaning I'm streaming church from home because the last several times um, prior to COVID, I passed out. I kept passing out, unfortunately, while I was in the sanctuary because they have the music is so loud, it vibrates through me and it throws my heart out of rhythm. So that has been really, really crazy. So I have been streaming. And I told my husband, I am sick of sitting at home. I want to be in the sanctuary. So I went back in the sanctuary and I was trembling with fear. Do you hear me? I was scared. I was scared. And I went in, I had some ear protection on. It was so loud, but I did sit at the exit. So if it got too much before I got dizzy or whatever, I could make a quick getaway. And I had security was alert. They all knew I had a medic. All that, everything was fine. I didn't have any problem. My husband kept saying, "Are you okay?" He can tell I was struggling because it was loud. It was still really, really loud. But I made it through this service. And it felt so good to be back in my church, like inside the sanctuary. So that was amazing. So then we streamed some more to give my body a time to rest and stuff like that. But this past Sunday, I wasn't um, sitting inside the sanctuary. We have like the overflow or the additional seating room. I sat in there and they did turn the volume down on the monitors for me. Even though it was packed in there, I was able to sit in there comfortably just as if I was at home. We were watching it on the screen. So I was so happy to be back in the church. So that has been the one biggest positive throughout all of this. My animals are all healthy. Benson is healthy. The cats are healthy. All my animals are healthy. No deaths or anything like that that I can, think of. But guys, other than that, I have been. My mind has, struggling, but that's okay because, like was said in the past, this too shall pass. This too shall pass. I will be okay. Andrea says you raised her right, and she is old enough to know the difference between where she is now and where she could have been if you were not her mom. Absolutely, absolutely. And when she was in middle school and in early high school, when I tell you I wanted to drop kick that girl somewhere because she ran out my everlasting last nerve, I wanted to punch her so many times. But this last year has been an amazing year watching her grow into a young adulthood. It has just been amazing. And I love my little girl. So we were in there. You know how they tell you to hush at graduation? Wait, hold your applause, wait till all the graduates, come through. So they were calling names and people were like, not clapping, they'd be like, woo, like that. So they, that side it was like that side and then our side, and then the graduates and the faculty were in the middle. So their side, they were like, woohoo, yay, woohoo. Our last name is Harris, so we're not right, like right in the middle of the alphabet, right? Or the beginning of the middle. My son hollers out, "Way to go, Cam! That's my sister." I was like, "Go on and get kicked out." I'm not moving. That was him. So it was so embarrassed. She was so embarrassed. I laughed so hard. She was coming around, you come off the stage and then you come around. So she came off. She came off the stage. She was just looking, giving us the evil eye, you know, walking back to her seat. I was so tickled. Hi, Benson. He looked a little scruffy because his groomer car broke down, so she couldn't come, so he had to wait to get groomed. And he came around. She came around, and she's like, "Why would you embarrass me like that?" But what my son did started a trend. So everybody who was on our side, when their graduate came up after Harris, he was like, "Oh, that's my sister. That's my brother." We were laughing so hard. It was so funny, but they did enjoy themselves. Hey, Becca. Amy says, "I wonder if your sound dampeners would help you further with sound." And they do have them. They have them all. I mean, throughout the whole entire sanctuary. I I do have. Oh, I can't remember those who are there by the earplugs. I want to say they're decibel earplugs that custom fit to my ears because I have two. I have one for when I shoot, and then one for when I'm in church. I haven't, and that's another thing. I have not been able to go to the range because of my neck. So, your girl is feeling quite salty, as Donna would say. Hey, Becca, honey, as it should be, Sassy. Yes, yes, yes. So, guys, that's all I wanted to share with you guys today. I really, like I said, I really can't sew, and I'm just sitting here just jabbering. But yeah, it was so funny. When we left, I didn't know that my son knew some of the students there because they were some of his employees. So he got to see them graduate as well. They didn't know that he was going to be there, and it was good to see, them react to that his sister graduated with them, and they didn't know it. Irish Cell Lady says, "I just got back from granddaughter's eighth grade graduation. That was in a big Catholic church downtown. Very loud to me also." And you know what? Because Cam did graduate from a Catholic high school, and they were in the gym, and we were kind of shocked how loud, even in the gym that it was in, it was quite loud. So I had to wear them. And there are a lot of places I have to wear them. Um, like when I was at QuiltCon, I did not have to wear them. It was funny how the noise, it was not that people whispered, it just felt like everything was balanced, like you were shopping in a shopping mall. That's how I felt when I was at QuiltCon. This is nothing like that. This is nothing like that. The sound, because our music tend to be a little bit louder. Oh, hush. Tend to be a little bit louder, and it was like vibrating. It vibrates right through you. So that's how it is. So, guys, again, that is it. I'm gonna go. I had taken my medication anyway prior to the live. I wanted to make sure I had it in my system because I knew I'll be sitting here for a great minute. So now I Wanted to come back and share with you a little bit tomorrow, but what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna rest the rest of the day, the rest of the week, and hopefully they can tell me a little bit more this week. I just wanted to show you guys, share with you guys the cross stitch. It is done, and we will finish it off, like put it in a um, do something with it. We will do that at a later date in June, and I will let you know. So I hope you guys had fun stitching that. I'm going to go ahead and cancel tomorrow's live so I can rest, take the rest of the week off. So, guys, I love you all. I hope you have an amazing rest of your week. Get some sewing in for me. Don't feel bad for me. Just pray for your girl, okay? Because I'm gonna be praying for each and every one of you. Know that I love each and every one of you. And thank you. Thank you for getting me through these past couple of weeks because I've been seeing your messages. I just hadn't, unfortunately, I hadn't been able to do a lot of responding. But thank you. It has all been well appreciated. It all has been appreciated. So you guys take care. I love y'all.